Quick question. You study English every day. You know many words, but when a native speaker talks to you, you understand nothing, right?
Everything sounds like one big noise. Too fast, too connected, like the words have no spaces between them.
You feel lost, you feel embarrassed, and you start to think, maybe English is just too hard for me.
Stop right there. That feeling is not your fault. And today, we are going to explain exactly why it happens.
And more importantly, we will show you how to fix it, step by step. Stay with us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Kate.
And hi, everyone. I'm Martin. We're so glad you are here with us today.
If this is your very first time here, welcome. This is an English learning podcast for beginner and intermediate learners. We talk about real topics in simple, clear English.
And if you're a regular viewer, hello again, friend. Thank you for coming back. We really appreciate you.
Now, before we start today's topic, just two small things. First, please like this video. It helps our channel grow and it means so much to us.
And second, subscribe.
Also, write a comment below after watching. Tell us, do you have trouble understanding fast English? Let us know.
Okay, let's get into today's topic. I think this one is going to be very, very useful.
So, Martin, what are we talking about today?
Today's topic is why you cannot understand fast English and how to fix it.
This is one of the most common problems English learners have. And I mean, almost every learner experiences this at some point.
You can read a sentence in English and understand it perfectly, but when someone says that same sentence fast, you have no idea what they said.
It happens in movies, in TV shows, at airports, in shops, anywhere native speakers are talking.
And it feels so frustrating. You know the language, but the speed just kills you.
Exactly. And today, we are going to explain why this happens and give you real, practical ways to fix it.
So let's dive in.
Okay, Martin, let's start with the big question. Why is fast English so hard to understand?
Great place to start. So the first reason is native speakers do not speak word by word. They connect words together.
Yes, this is huge. In English class, you learn words separately. You hear, what are you doing? Nice and clear.
But in real life, a native speaker says, "What are you doing?" It sounds like one single sound, not four separate words.
And your brain is listening for four clean words, but it hears one blurry sound, so it gets confused.
Exactly. This is called connected speech. It is how English really sounds when people talk naturally.
And nobody teaches you this in school. You learn the words, but you don't learn how the words change when they are spoken fast.
That's so true. Let me give another example. Did you eat yet becomes jeet yet in fast speech.
Wow, jeet yet? That sounds completely different from did you eat yet?
I know. If you're not ready for that, you just hear noise.
And this happens all the time in real conversations. The second reason, native speakers use a lot of short forms and reductions.
Yes. Words like gonna, wanna, gotta, kinda, lotta. These are very, very common in spoken English.
Gonna means going to. Wanna means want to. Gotta means got to or have to.
So if someone says, "I'm gonna wanna leave kinda early today," and you are listening for going to want to, you might miss the whole sentence.
Completely. And you feel embarrassed to ask them to repeat, so you just nod and smile.
The famous nod and smile. Every English learner knows that moment.
Okay, the third reason, your listening practice is too clean. Most learners practice with slow, perfect textbook English.
And that is fine when you are starting. But if you only ever listen to slow, clear English, your ears only know slow, clear English.
Your brain is like a muscle. If you only train with light weights, you can't lift heavy weights on competition day.
I love that comparison. You have to train your ears with real, natural, fast English.
Slowly at first, and then faster, step by step.
And the fourth reason, you are translating in your head. You hear an English word and your brain quickly translates it to your own language. Then you try to understand it.
And by the time you finish translating, 5 more words have already gone past you. You missed them all.
Exactly. Translation in your head is too slow for real conversation.
So the goal is to train your brain to understand English directly in English without translating.
That sounds hard, but it is possible, and we will show you how.
Okay, so let's talk about solutions. How do we fix this? Because knowing the problem is good, but we need answers.
Right. Solution number 1. Listen to fast English every single day, but start with content you mostly understand.
So if you understand about 70% of what you hear, that is a good level. Not too easy, not too hard.
Movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, podcasts, find things you enjoy, because if you enjoy it, you will keep listening.
That is really important. Enjoyment is the secret weapon. If it's boring, you won't do it.
So if you love cooking, watch cooking shows in English. If you love sports, watch sports in English.
Yes, connect English to something you already love. That makes practicing feel like fun, not work.
Solution number 2. Use subtitles in a smart way. Watch first with English subtitles. Then, watch the same part without subtitles.
So your brain sees the words and hears the sounds together. It starts to connect them.
And then, when you remove the subtitles, your ears have to do the work. That builds your listening skill.
Don't use subtitles in your own language. That just means you're reading, not listening.
So true. I see many people do this. They watch an English show with their own language subtitles and call it English practice.
Your eyes are doing all the work. Your ears are relaxing. That doesn't help.
Solution number 3. Shadow native speakers. This is a powerful technique.
Shadowing means you listen and repeat at the same time as the speaker. You try to copy their speed, their rhythm, their sounds.
When you do this, your mouth and ears work together. You start to feel how fast English sounds and feels.
And when you feel it in your body, in your mouth, it is much easier to understand when others say it.
Exactly. Understanding and speaking are more connected than people think.
Solution number 4. Learn connected speech patterns, like the ones we mentioned earlier.
Learn how did you becomes did ya, how want to becomes wanna, how going to becomes gonna, how kind of becomes kinda.
Once you know these patterns, fast speech is not random noise anymore. You start to recognize the shapes.
It's like learning a code. Once you know the code, you can read everything.
Exactly. And solution number 5, be patient with yourself. Listening comprehension takes time to build.
It does not happen in 1 week. It does not happen in 1 month for most people.
But it does happen. If you practice every day, even just 15 or 20 minutes, your brain is training.
And one day you will be watching a movie and realize, wait, I understood that, without subtitles, without rewinding.
And that feeling is amazing. I still remember when it happened for me. It was such a great moment.
Me too. Keep going. That moment is coming for you.
Okay, Martin, let's give our listeners some specific practical tips they can use right now.
Love it. Tip number 1. Listen to the same thing many times. Don't jump to new content every day.
This is so important. Repetition is how your brain learns. Listen to one short audio clip, 30 seconds, 1 minute, again and again.
On day 1, you understand 50%. On day 3, 70%. On day 5, 90%. Same audio. Huge improvement.
Your brain keeps working on it each time. It is not boring, it is training.
Tip number 2. Use a transcript when you can. A transcript is the written version of what you hear.
Listen first, then read the transcript. See which parts you missed. Then listen again with those parts in mind.
Many podcasts and YouTube videos have transcripts or captions. Use them. They're a goldmine for learners.
Tip number 3. Don't pause too much. Try to keep listening even when you miss something.
Many learners pause every 5 seconds when they don't understand a word, But in real life, you can't pause.
Train yourself to keep going. Use the context around the word to guess the meaning. Sometimes you don't need every word to understand.
Right. Often the message is clear even if you miss a word or two.
Tip number 4. Talk to native speakers or other learners as much as possible. Real conversation forces your brain to listen faster.
Even online. Video calls, language exchange apps, online communities, any place where you have real conversations.
The pressure of a real conversation makes your brain work faster, and that builds your listening speed over time.
Tip number 5. Celebrate small wins. Every time you understand something you didn't understand before, notice it. Be proud of it.
Progress in listening can feel invisible. You don't always notice it day to day, but it is happening.
Look back after a month. Compare yourself to 1 month ago. You will be surprised by how much you have grown.
That is great advice, Martin.
Look back after a month.
Okay, everyone, now let's practice together. We are going to show you some common connected speech examples.
First, I will say the textbook version. Then Kate will say the fast, natural version. Listen for the difference.
And then repeat the natural version out loud. Open your mouth and say it. Ready?
Textbook. What are you doing? Fast English. What are you doing?
Textbook. I am going to go to the shop. Fast English. I'm going to go to the shop.
Textbook. Do you want to get some food? Fast English. Do you want to get some food?
Textbook. I have got to leave now. Fast English. I've got to leave now.
Textbook. I have got to leave now. Fast English. I've got to leave now.
Textbook. Could you give me a bit of help? Fast English. Could you give me a bit of help?
Textbook. I kinda like it, but it is a lot of work. Fast English. I kinda like it, but it's a lot of work. Excellent work. Those are 6 of the most common connected speech patterns in everyday English.
Learn these and you will immediately understand so much more. They appear in almost every conversation.
Now, let's do a short listening exercise. I will say a few sentences at natural speed. Try to catch every word. Hey, what are you up to later? I was thinking we could grab some food and maybe catch a movie or something. What do you think?
Did you catch that? Let me say it slowly now. Hey, what are you up to later? I was thinking we could grab some food and maybe catch a movie or something. What do you think?
The meaning is the same, but the sounds are very different in natural conversation.
Now, try to repeat Martin's natural version. Use that speed. Don't be afraid of it. You can do it.
Great job! Keep practicing those sounds every day. They will become familiar very quickly.
Okay, friends, it is time for our question of the day. And please do write your answer in the comments. We genuinely read all of them.
Today's question is a really good one. Here it is. What is the hardest part of fast English for you? Is it the speed, the connected words, the reductions, or something else? Tell us below.
For example, you can write, for me, the hardest part is the reductions like gonna and wanna. That is perfect.
Or maybe, I understand individual words, but when people speak fast, everything blurs together. Write exactly how you feel.
There are no wrong answers. We just want to know your experience, and your comment might help someone else who feels the same way.
So, write your answer now. We are waiting.
All right, everyone, we are almost at the end of today's episode. Let's do a quick recap.
Today, we talked about why fast English is so hard to understand.
The main reasons are connected speech, reductions and short forms, too much clean textbook listening, and translating in your head.
And the solutions are listen to real English every day, use subtitles smartly, shadow native speakers, learn connected speech patterns, and be patient with yourself.
We also practiced 6 connected speech examples, textbook version and fast version. Did you repeat them out loud?
If you didn't, go back, rewind, and say them. That is the most important part.
Remember, your ears need training, just like your body needs exercise. A little every day makes a huge difference.
And you are already doing something amazing by being here. You are taking action. You are learning.
We are really proud of you. Learning a language is not easy, but you are here, you are trying. That is everything.
Keep going. Don't give up. The day when fast English sounds normal, that day is coming.
And we will be here with you every step of the way with a brand new episode.
So please, if you enjoyed today's video, give us a big thumbs up. It takes 1 second and it helps us so much.
Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new episode. Hit that bell icon too.
Share this video with a friend who struggles with fast English. Let's help them too.
And write your comment below, answer today's question. We are reading every single one.
Okay, everyone, that is all for today. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It means the world.
Take care of yourselves. Keep your ears open. Keep practicing. Every listen counts.
See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have an amazing day.
Goodbye. Until next time, keep listening.